There is a big difference between you and millionaire influencers if you're watching this and you aren't already a millionaire influencer. Before we get started, I just want to introduce myself. I am Nick. I'm the owner of Launch Socials. We make videos about social media, specifically how to grow and monetize based on the strategies that we've used to do over 8 figures in sales and grow over 6 million followers across multiple theme pages and personal brands. Now, up to this point, I've worked with thousands of people collectively, everything from e-com brands, fitness guys, real estate guys, health people, sports coaches, faces pages, and every niche imaginable. I've basically seen it all. And of course, I've also grown my own personal brand and theme pages. The reality between the guys that make it, that try to start this stuff and they make it, and the guys that don't, is two very distinct things which I'm going to cover in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's going to be quick. It's going to be to the point. You're going to get value out of this. Just don't click off. You're going to find out the two things and then how to overcome them. So let's begin. One thing before I start. We absolutely do have something to sell you. So you want help growing your brand without being cringe or lying to make sales. We help people starting from zero get their first followers and learn viral content. We also help people already started get to 20K a month, and we help those already at 20K a month get to 100K a month. And all those links are below. So let's go. Prerequisite. You got to get off the sidelines. If you're watching this and you're like, well, I'm not sure if I want to post content. Okay, like I'm just letting you know, a prerequisite for you becoming that millionaire influencer guy, the image that you have in your head of whatever that is, you have to be in the game, right? This is a reminder. I know you know that, but I'm reminding you. You have to want it, okay? If this isn't of interest to you, if you don't want it, then watching this won't matter. You should probably click off. The first thing is something different. And it's like, oh, yeah, I know I need to be unique and authentic. Yeah, okay, I know that you know that and you've heard it from multiple people, but let me actually explain it. It's not some generic statement that I'm making. You genuinely need something different if you want to rise to the top. You can be successful, and you can be the average fitness guy, the average health guy. Genuinely, the bar is that low where you can put out just content that, has a decent hook. It's like an okay message, like people relate a little bit, and it's like you can do good. But if you want to grow, if you want to truly grow and be massive, you want to be that quote unquote millionaire influencer, you have to have something different. You will do better if you figure out the stuff that makes you you and then talk about that extensively. I have seen that the guys that are genuinely unique and different grow faster. Every single time. Personal brands is my first example of this. Why is it so easy for some guys to grow while others are stuck for years? Because that one guy that's growing really fast is a unique person that has achieved things, he's experienced things, and he's learned things, and then he shares that with the world, and he just grows easily. Because that reality is his own. He's in a market of one all by himself. His experience cannot be taken away, and no one is going to have the same exact experience. There's a reason I can come on here and I can just make videos because for the past 5 years, I've made a bunch of money and grown a bunch of followers for myself and clients. It's just second nature to me at this point. Now, if you've done unique stuff, which we all have, it's easy. However, if you're kind of younger, you're a kid, you haven't accomplished anything or done anything, you shouldn't grow a personal brand yet unless you're willing to document. You should do something else, or you can grow a personal brand and you can purely document the growth of it. My second example is product brands. Why should people buy from you when they can buy that same thing on Amazon? What is different? And the difference is usually based on the brand and what your product stands for and your brand stands for versus what it stands against. I use this as an example. This is water. It's a Mountain Valley water. I should get sponsored by these people from how much I push them on my personal brand, but whatever. It's Mountain Valley water, okay? This brand, I buy it because it's clean. It doesn't have chemicals in it. It doesn't have garbage in it, and it's in a glass bottle. Plastic bottles leach. Plastic bottles often are just tap water. I'm not going to go buy the Poland Springs or Aquafina at the grocery store. I'm going to buy this. And I don't want to drink the tap water either because there's God knows what in that. I buy that brand because that brand is one of the only clean brands out there. Okay? That's why I buy that product. That's how you stand out. That is an example of an outlier. And I'll use us for example. We don't allow OF, I can't say the full word on here, and I don't allow OF girls and managers to access our services. We don't want to support that industry, and so we stand against it. There's also plenty of things that we stand for, but that's one of the things that we stand against. That's branding. Now, when big physical product brands go and sell for large multiples, this is why. The buyer wants to acquire the unique and different brand. They don't care about the product. There's knockoff products all over the place. They care about the brand at the end of the day. Now, 2, doing the work. It is crazy. And look, this sounds so like, oh, it's so basic, Nick. I understand. I got to do work. Okay, but yeah, but do you know how? I guarantee you don't actually know how to do the work. I'm going to break it down for you so it doesn't take a year. It takes you a month. The reality is most guys say they will do the work and then they just don't do it. It's always, I'm going to do it. and very rarely I did it. The winners do the work, they follow a process, and there is a process for it. I'm about to show it to you. And the losers very often don't do the work, and that's why they're losers in this game of social media. So what does the work actually look like? There is a formula to it that can help you go a lot faster. I'd say 10x faster. I'm gonna go over doing it for yourself, what it takes, how to make a plan, and then follow it right now. First, think about what your goals are and what you ideally want to happen as the end goal and how it looks completely start to finish. But at the same time, what are the constraints? Is there a certain line that you won't cross? And I'm going to use me as an example, and this channel, Launch Socials, for an example. My personal brand to me is me. And for me to grow our company, it doesn't really make sense to me in my head to just post educational content all day on my personal brand like this video. Because what would happen is my personal brand would just turn into something that isn't 100% me. I have a lot more interest than just business and growing my company and other things I do and other things I'm interested in. For me, I wanted to grow this channel, and I had to conceptualize that from the ground up. And my goal was to grow the business, but the constraint was I don't want to only post business advice content on my personal brand. And so I post business content, but I also mix it in with 10 other things. And that also means that sometimes I'll miss out on sales because all the sales are coming from there and I'm talking about a bunch of different things. And so I said, I need to grow this YouTube channel for my company, Launch Socials. That was the constraint. The certain line I didn't really want to cross is I don't want to post cringe. I don't want to have all this business stuff on my personal brand because that starts to take away from me and the next leg of us actually scaling. And so I'm going to build this brand new channel. And the constraint is it's business only and not cringe. Cringe to me, right? Everyone's got their own metric. Secondarily, I formulated a logical plan based on my current skills, that goal overall, and those constraints. The plan is simple. I want to achieve X followers, so I need to post Y content for Z time. I want to have 100K subscribers on this channel, so I need to post almost a video a day for the next year. All about my experience, all about the skills I have, all about the lessons I've learned, all of that. You have to include the achievement that you want, the input that you're going to do, and then the time allocation. That is an actual plan and fully fleshed out goal. Very simple. Now, you execute that plan. It's not going to be perfect immediately, and I'm including this because this is where and why most people trip up. The people we work with say, okay, well, I got my plan, like, what do I do next? And a lot of times what we have to do is say, dude, you got to post the content. It's like, oh, I'm following my plan, and then I audit it, and I'm like, dude, you posted once this week. Instagram, for example, you posted one short form. You got to be posting at least 14 short forms. I want 2 a day. I can't help you get better if you're posting once a week. It doesn't make any sense. People want to have it absolutely perfect from day one, and it's never going to be like that. It's never going to be perfect from day one. So you'll plan for things, but then as you start, you'll need to figure them out. You'll need to figure out how to make the video. You need to figure out how to sell. You're going to need to figure out how to make the thumbnail. And it's the same thing that happened on this channel. I've tried like 3 or 4 different thumbnails, and I think I finally got it dialed in. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. And the style, like I've changed the style 3 or 4 times, and I think I finally got it dialed in. I'm like, yeah. It took me like 3-4 months. You can look back on the videos. We kind of posted for a little bit and then kind of pause and then post it a little bit more and then pause. That's the creative and executive process at work. And that's me going through this. And sometimes I even personally kind of like slacked off because I wasn't sure, I wasn't really feeling it. You have to realize this is part of the process and keep going. You just have to put the volume out. You have to test, you have to try things, you have to figure out. This is the hardest stage. You're going to be learning how to edit the thumbnail and edit the video and kind of put things together and put the music on there and maybe like the way you hold up the phone and film yourself on camera or the energy that you bring. You're making something from nothing right now, and so you're figuring it out. You just have to keep going. You can't give up when it gets hard, and this is the hardest part. Finally, it's just refinement and momentum. Once you get it and it's working, you don't take your foot off the gas. You keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Because slowly everything kind of goes live. The thumbnail locks in, and then the way you film the video locks in, and then like you're also adding the shorts per day, and then people are starting to pay attention. You're getting excited. But wait, don't forget, you need to keep posting. The people that become millionaire online social media influencers pick something, make the plan, make the goal, and then they keep going and they refine, and then it just starts to click into place because they get momentum and then they keep their foot on the gas. They just keep going. So they have something unique as possible, okay? There's plenty of people that have made it just by documenting at the start, but you want to have something as unique as possible, okay? And you can be unique by documenting too. And once you have that, you put your plan into place, and then you work through really step 3, the hardest part. You have to execute through it. And once you're there, You just keep going, and it's that simple. Now, reminder, if you found this helpful, my name is Nick. I'm the owner of Launch Socials, and we can help you further if you work with us, whether you're just starting or trying to scale. We can help you do it faster. We can help you do it better. We can help you do it more efficient. We can help you do it without being cringe. All of our links are below. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you being here. If you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe. We're dropping a video almost every day. Again, my name is Nick. I'm the owner of Launch Socials, and I'll see you in the next one.